Greetings, this is Dr. Oscar Harris, and I want to welcome you back to this segment of which I am attempting to meet you where you're at with the hopes of helping you to get to where you want to be. For today's topic, one thing that I would like to explore with you is this whole concept of chasing illusions, or some people say mirages and all of that. But I'm using it within the context of something that I think many of us are quite familiar with. And what I mean by that is oftentimes, personally, I've found throughout the years that there were certain things that motivated me and was a catalyst behind many of the behaviors that I exhibited. Or, as I began to, as an example, as I pursued things that I felt I was called into, the goals that I set, as well as the destiny that I feel I'm called into, I oftentimes found myself putting a lot of energy in it with a great sense of satisfaction. But sometimes what I discovered is that there will be moments to where I would wonder if I ever would get there and whether or not I was actually chasing a mirage. And what contributed to that oftentimes is that I had an inkling of where I was going, and I didn't necessarily have a map or know the correct roads to take, but I knew that I had an inkling of where I was going, but I found myself stuck. And during those times in which I was stuck, I often end up being discouraged and etc. So what I want to do is talk to you about how to deal with those times and make sure you're not chasing a mirage. First of all, you got to know why you're doing what you're doing. Always take time to reflect upon why you're doing what you're doing. And when you do that, you're going to discover that you can, along the way, along this journey, end up picking up influence from other people. Some people may speak into the destiny and vision that you have, and it may not be totally congruent with where you're going, but if you take it on without processing, without matching it, you'll find yourself waking up one day saying, you know what, this is kind of where I'm supposed to be, but it's not where I want to be at. And so openly, I call that chasing a mirage. How do you correct it? As soon as you discover that is happening, you just reflect upon what has transpired, and you move back and begin to start doing some of the things that you started over again. But I'll tell you again, it can be discouraging, but guess what? Reflection will bring correction. And so be blessed.